Ladies and gentlemen, whether you like it or not.
Well, now that we've got everything taken care of, we can finally get to the review! I'd show you what I did to the minion that ruined the last one, but apparently that's inappropriate for YouTube. Anyway, let's get going. We begin with Twilight discovering exactly what kind of pictures the internet draws of her. Oh, and apparently Starlight's been called by the map. Now, this did set off a lot of fan theories of just exactly how the map works now, but I'm not going to go into that. I'll save that for the guy in the hat. Anyway, once Starlight gets to Canterlot, she discovers the biggest problem is that Luna still doesn't have her throne. Sorry, Night Princess, but you'll have to wait till next season to get that. And once she gets into her room, she begins to hear the voices again.
Psst. Psst.
Oh, wait, it's just Twilight doing that.
I'm not. I'm still home. It's an easy spell. I'll show you later.
I have some questions about this. Did the pony on the music box look like Twilight before she possessed it, or only afterwards? And what is she physically doing in her castle while she's projecting herself like this? And how does she make what should be a porcelain statue move? For that matter, how can she even talk? And if you smash her, does she feel pain? Honestly, it brings up so many questions I could use an outdated meme. I won't, because I have respect for myself, but I'm just saying I could. Anyway, the next morning, as Starlight learns Celestia likes to dress her pancakes up like her fallen enemies, Luna comes in with her own idea of breakfast.
Too tired.
I know it's supposed to be a funny, too tired to think straight moment, but that is actually impressive. Not that Celestia seems to notice, she's too busy pouting that Luna won't partake in her face pancakes. I also love how she just throws them away instead of giving them to some pony else. Way to keep the peasantry weak and in line, Celestia. Later that evening, Starlight learns that Luna likes to put lavender all around the castle to help ponies sleep better or something. But of course Celestia doesn't notice this because she's too busy gallivanting with rich ponies. Which leads Starlight to conclude that the princesses just don't know how to talk to each other, and when she tells Twilight this, she takes it well.
Sorry, it's just you said princesses and aren't the best in the same sentence, and it's making me nervous.
Of course they prove her right, as when she tries to talk to them about the next morning, they get into a fight. A fight so horrible it causes Celestia to do something she's never done before.
And you have it so much worse, do you? You spend your evenings flitting around giving ponies lovely dreams. Oh, it sounds just awful.
Actually, a moat! After a bit more bickering, Starlight does the only thing she can think of and switches their cutie marks. And again, some were wondering how a simple unicorn could change the cutie marks of two alicorn princesses. Well, one, we've seen her take the cutie mark off a princess before, and two, we've seen Twilight switch around at least 5 cutie marks. Doesn't seem like it's that hard, is all I'm saying. Of course, I'm more concerned about why the inky spot changed to Celestia. As we established in the 4th season finale, that was just part of Luna's butt. What? That fact amused me. But I guess they had to, since the white moon wouldn't stand out against Celestia's giant white flank. Maybe she needs to cut down on some of those pancakes in the morning. Well, anyway, as they just decide to go along with this idea, Celestia goes back to sleep while Luna takes over her duties. Duties that include mocking the peasantry, opening the re-education center, deciding what flowers to put on our enemies' graves, and traumatizing the children. Or, as we call it here, Tuesday. And she's also about as reassuring as any government figure.
Hello! Great news! There are no Timberwolves!
There are definitely Timberwolves!
And then, after slapping these two stallions around for a while, she decides it's finally time to turn in for the day. At which point Celestia reappears in the best way possible.
Hello, Starlight. I don't know about you, but I feel very well rested. Where's Luna?
She already turned in for the night.
Did she now? It seems my duties were harder than my sister expected.
Smug Celestia's best Celestia. Of course, she then ruins this moment by saying something completely baffling.
Moon raised. It's even easier than raising the sun.
You raised the moon for 1,000 years in Luna's absence. How hard did you think it was going to be? Actually, this makes me wonder, what was she doing at night during all that time? If she didn't know what Luna's duties were, did she just raise the moon and then call it a night? It's a wonder the kingdom survived as long as it did. Although maybe that's why she made Cadence an alicorn, so she could take the night shift. Speaking of whom, it seems she's having some very interesting dreams, as well as Sun Shipper dreaming of Twidash, and a crossover I'd really like to see at some point. And then we focus on Starlight's nightmare, which features a very surprising return.
I am back.
And also the first appearance of...
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna feel what love is. I know you can show me. Oh.
Hey, I'm watching you.
Well, yes. Anyway, this is Daybreaker, the evil version of Celestia we never knew we wanted. Or, as she herself puts it,
The better, prettier, and more powerful version of you.
so as these things do, it led to a massive fight that the fandom has interpreted in many interesting ways, and also includes one of the best lines in the entire series.
Ugh, so much black. We get it, you're sad.
I like that line, although I do agree with Nightmare Moon, black is best. But as always, Celestia has to be a party pooper and goes to try to get Luna to help her in this fight. Unfortunately, Luna has her own problem to deal with. Thankfully, Celestia saves her before anything bad could happen, but she does give us this bit of grim news.
If you don't fix this soon, it could have a grave consequence on Starlight's psyche.
But since this is a kid's cartoon, we don't actually get to see those effects, because they have their little get-together moment that gives Celestia the strength to defeat Daybreaker and Nightmare Moon. And thus, my interest in the episode dropped significantly. Although Luna did try to spice things up by poisoning Celestia, but I guess her mix just wasn't strong enough. And then Twilight pops in to annoy every pony, but mostly Starlight. Now, I know some think that Starlight got off too easy after everything she did, but this face tells me otherwise. Her punishment is having to deal with Twilight every single day. Personally, I don't even think I could have devised something as dastardly. Although Luna does come close.
Oh, by the way, there's a field trip you need to make happen and a Timberwolf issue you need to address. What? Oh, look, there's the sun. Time for me to turn in.
Pawning her work off on others and then flying away like a boss. That is why she is best princess. And that was a royal problem, considered to be one of the best episodes of Season 7. And I can certainly see where people are coming from. It was nice for the princesses to get more character development finally, and it was really interesting to see what the map can actually do. But the best part will always be sweet, sweet Daybreaker. Well, that's all for this review, and since I have to keep doing them, I guess I'll be back with something sometime later. Until then, I am Empress Batty, and I don't have an ending phrase.
And it's so easy when you're evil. This is the life you see. The devil tips his hat to me. I do it all because I'm evil.